Good morning, guys. Well, it's morning for me, but whatever time you're seeing this, good day to you. I have just got back from the conference early this morning. I think it was like 1 a.m. It is now probably about 9 a.m. and I am going to head to the garden. I have not been to the garden yet, and so we're going to take a peek together. My daughter, Anaya, was in charge of watering my potted plants, the trees, while I was gone. And it did not rain the 3 days I was gone, so we'll see how the garden looks. So I did show in my last video how I added this mulch from Forever Garden Beds onto this these roses. This is so good. So the rose is coming back from when the goats ate this, so that is nice. My trees all look well watered, so good job, Anaya. Thank you, Anaya. So it definitely looks like either a goat got loose. I did show you guys how the goat pulled this plant out, but this one looks uprooted as well, so maybe they had the goats out and pulled up another tomato plant, which is fine. I did plant beet seeds here. I don't know if I see any new beet sprouts. Oh yeah, I do. I do see baby beet sprouts. Yay. So these Brussels sprouts have gotten majorly way bigger than I left them. I'm just flipping them over because those had holes to see if I see the worm. Nope. But they've definitely gotten wider. And this zinnia wasn't bloomed before we left. That's so pretty. This is just a lovely sight to see. All of the cabbages have gotten bigger as well. They are loving the cooler weather. All of the ones I transplanted last are still doing amazing and are alive. That's really encouraging. And then my broccoli bed is filling out lovely. I did have something come and eat this one as soon as I planted it, but it seems to be coming back. And that's literally the only one that I see that hasn't made it. Oh my goodness, to have this much broccoli. I think this is the most broccoli I've planted ever. I still have these tomato plants that I took from suckers, and they have lots of green tomatoes on them. They are really big. And so we still have probably 3 weeks to our first estimated frost, so we'll see if we get any actual ripe tomatoes off of these. Another bed here with broccoli and cabbages. That's actually 2 broccoli stuck together. This cabbage is not looking so hot. I'll just take off. Oh, they've already fell off. But on the inside, the new growth looks nice. And then these were the pak choy and bok choy that went to seed, and I'm going to leave them. But then we have 2 other cabbages that seem to be doing good, and a volunteer potato. That should be interesting, because trying to dig a potato next to a cabbage. There's actually another potato sprouting here. I do want to get a chance to get out here and get some of the sweet potato vines to saute and maybe can. This morning glory, you would think I planted it here, but I didn't. So that's a complete weed. These beans, these were, I think, called the painted pony that my daughter Nehemiah planted. Just looking over here, last wave of spicy peppers. There are some peppers here to be picked. Yep. Some ones that changed colors already. I had an absolute amazing time at the Homesteaders of America conference. I actually did not take any footage. I thought when I went there that I was going to take video, but as I got there and I was walking around, I really just wanted to experience it firsthand, and so that's what I did. But we did have a great time, Takrisha and I. Takrisha, if you don't know, is from our Freedom Song. We brought our two 7-year-old daughters, Nehemiah and Shiloh, and we just experienced it, and it was awesome. I did post a couple clips to my stories on Instagram, and then we only went for the Friday conference, and then Saturday we got up and we went to the Luray Caverns, which I did take lots of clips inside the cave there, and I did post that to my Instagram stories as well. It was beautiful, it was fun, and then afterwards we went apple picking, and that was also amazing. It was just really a great time. We did get lots of apples. I think I did end up getting a bushel of apples, which I'll have to do something with. I know that I want to keep some for long term so that I don't have to buy apples. The apples were the best, crispiest apples I've ever tasted. They were delicious, even better than the Arkansas Black that I tasted last year, which I bought lots of Arkansas Black apple trees after tasting the Arkansas Black, but these were called, I think, Evercrisp, and I don't remember the other ones, but the lady did say that they would keep in my refrigerator for 9 months, and so I do plan on getting my stuff out the car. I haven't got my stuff out the car yet because when we got home, we just went in and fell asleep. So I have lots of unpacking to do today and just catching up on the house, and so I just wanted to get out here and see what was happening out in the garden and see what I needed to do. And so, oh look, I just turned around and saw how bushy this rose plant has gotten, and it just made me so happy. This was one that the goats had eaten off as well, so that will come back. But I'm so happy with these roses. You can see that one is about to open. So everything in the garden is looking really good. I do know that I have lots of garden cleanup that I want to do. Like this in-ground bed, those marigolds are still going strong. It's unbelievable. But I do want to get out all of these plants that are not producing anymore. When I was walking down here, I did see that there is a fresh tomato here. You can see that it has some blooms right there. I don't know, that must have just fell from, actually nope, that's coming all the way from here. So I thought that was a new plant, but nope, it's coming from right here. That's actually the only tomato left in this row, but definitely want to do a garden clean out and get out all of these peppers and basils that have gone to seed, and then replant this probably with some root vegetables. Our trip was lovely. It was beautiful. Definitely worth it, and definitely what I needed. Here in South Carolina, the trees are not turning yet, and so we definitely got to see all of the fall vibes, all of the tree turning, the apple picking that we wanted to do. Just like amazing, beautiful trip. I'm so glad for everyone that we got to see again. We saw a lot of the same people that we saw in June at the homesteading festival at Rory's in Tennessee, but it's always nice to see friends again and make new friends, and so it was just a wonderful time. I'm so glad to be out in the garden and looking at what needs to be done. I don't feel overwhelmed, I feel refreshed, and it was just a perfect trip, a 3-day trip, but I am feeling refreshed with, okay, getting that I need to get my orchard in and the fence around it. And so I'll just be taking a look around, you know, the homestead. I do want to get, now that it's fall, our cattle panel greenhouse up, as well as all of our trees planted over in the orchard. If you do not know, if you're new here, we do have about, I think there's 12 trees already planted in our area where we keep our ducks. Most of those, actually all of those trees that we got that are in the ground are from trees that I got at my farm store when we first moved here. I saw that there was fruit trees on sale for like $17, and I got all of them. A lot of them were apples, one pear, 4 peaches, and 3 plums, and they are in here with the ducks. So these are our apple trees right here. We have 1 lonely pear. We have 4 peaches down there, and they aren't due. I don't know if they're going to recover. Before we had this fencing around here, our goats had got free and was jumping and eating all of the peach leaves as well as these leaves right here. So I do need to get in here and prune this winter and see about these, but my apples are doing lovely. I did prune those last year. They have grown back and are doing lovely, but I still have lots more trees that need to fill in here, and so I have to landscape this and see where do I need the trees. I was thinking about putting the fence starting from that post and then going straight across, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that would be enough space to house all of my fruit trees. I see some duck eggs in there. So I definitely need to get out here and try and lay out my fruit trees and just see where I need to plant them. This whole area was basically with woods with big trees, kind of like it looked like here, and we had this forest mulch, and so there's still lots of roots from specifically this area right here had big pines that was closing in our driveway, and so we had those removed, and so there's still lots of roots. So our neighbor, he was kind enough to, when we needed to plant the rest of our fruit trees, he did come over with his tractor that had an auger on it and dig the holes for us. And so we still have, I don't know, probably 50 more trees that we need to get planted, and so I'll have to space them out and then ask him for his help again, which he's been so kind to do. He's like, as long as we share the fruit with him. So it'll be a few years before we get fruit off of these trees, but I do want to get them in the ground. It's so refreshing with this cool air, this cool crisp air. So I'm gonna get going on thinking and my brain power, maybe lay down some more landscape fabric, but I've already showed that in a video, and so I'm going to end this video here and get this out today to you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.